I'm Anna from Anna in Technicolor, and today I'm going to show you how to do this very simple mid-19th century hairdo, perfect for living history or reenactments. And it's really quick and simple, involves four sections of hair and two braided pigtails in the back that are twisted together, and then two sections of hair in the front that are twisted and brought to the back and just pinned in place. So really easy, really simple, and if you want to know how to do it, keep watching. Alright, so let's get started. The supplies that you're going to need for this hairstyle are a brush and comb, some pins. I like using these plastic tortoiseshell pins because they mimic the look of period pins and they hold the hair in quite nicely. Bobby pins or hairpins. Bobby pins and hairpins. The issue with using bobby pins is that they were invented in the 1920s for the bob hairstyle, so they're not authentic to the mid-19th century, but I find that they hold my hair in really well, and so I like using them. I would just caution that if you're going to use these, find bobby pins that match your hair color as close as you can. And finally, hairspray and hair gel. Any brand works. I like using this Aussie brand. Alright, so you're going to start by parting your hair down the center front. And to do this, I like to take my rat tail comb and use my nose as a guide to part down the center front. Most of the hairstyles in the mid-19th century had a center front part or a Y part where it was parted this way and then went out in a Y shape. You don't see a lot of side parts. So next, you're going to slick your hair back. Slick the hair down, I should say. And to do this, I like to use hair gel. And it also helps if your hair hasn't been washed for a few days because it tends to get a little bit greasier and that helps to hold the hair down. So I just like to put it down and then run it through the rest of the hair. So now we're going to section off the hair into 4 sections, 2 front and 2 back. To do that for the front sections, you're going to take your hair and gather the part in front of your ear. And so I just like to take that and then just use a hair elastic to get it out of the way for now. And just that a few times. And then do that on the other side. Go about ear forward. Oops. Okay. Now for the back sections, you're going to divide your hair in half and part it down the back. And don't worry about this part being even or not because it's essentially not going to show. You just need to divide your hair in half, and that's the purpose of doing this. So take your hair, you're gonna brush it, and then make a pigtail at the base of your ear. It's right behind your ear. Up, and then with the pigtail you're going to braid it. So try to get the strands as even as you can. You always have issues with that. And I have layered hair as well, so I tend to get little wispies that come out from the braid, although it's surprisingly behaving itself this time. Go down as far as you can, and then take another hair elastic and tie it off on the end. Okay, now do this on the other side. And have a piece of hair sticking down there. Oops. So take your, and sometimes you get hair that snags to your ear. Take your hair elastic, make a pigtail, and then braid said pigtail. I didn't quite get the strands even on this one, but that's okay. Okay, as far down as you can, and tie off. All right, so now you have these two braids, and what you're going to do is twist them together and then pin them to the back of your head. And to do that, I like to take them and tie them like I'm tying the first part of a shoelace. So let me twist around here so you can see. I like to take the two and then go up and under and then tie. So then you take these, you have these little ends right here sticking out. And I like to take the hair elastic off of the ends, leave the first hair elastic that you put in to make your pigtail in place, because we're going to use this hair to cover that up. But take the ones off of the ends, and take the ends and just tuck them under. And pin in place. And this step requires a lot of pinning, so you have to be patient. I like to use two of these plastic tortoiseshell pins to keep the hair in place. Do the other one too. Twist, pin, tuck. Twist, pin, and tuck. Tuck that piece under. And you'll get hair. See, sometimes it comes out, so just use a lot of pins to keep it in place. And try to hide the pins as much as you can. I know that can be hard to do. And it's easier if you have somebody to help you with your hair. Oops. And try to get the hair down as far to the base of the neck as you can, because that's where you see most of these hairstyles with buns at the base of the neck or twisted braids at the base of the neck. Do one in the center here. And one more, just to be safe. You know what, let's do another one, just to be super safe. So once you have everything in, it should look like that, twisted down. And don't worry if you still have some pieces out, we're gonna do some more pins. So that's fine. You know what? Let me really quickly pin. Okay, so now we're going to put the front sections towards the back. So you're going to take out the elastics that you had in there. And for this part, I like to brush them out and then use some more hair gel to keep them in place. Just run that through hands. Hair gel or pomade. Either one works really well. So now you're going to do a loose twist with this hair. and bring it towards the back. So I like to start twisting about mid-ear, just really loosely. You're going for a swoop effect, so you don't want this to be too tight. So swoop and try to cover your ear. And swoop it towards the back, and then take one of your tortoiseshell pins and pin this to the braid in the back. There you go. And you'll have an end sticking out, and tuck that into the braid in the back and pin that down. And you can play with this ear hair piece too. I'm sort of getting too much dangling. Okay, now do that on the other side. Brush your hair and some gel. And then do another loose twist starting by about mid-ear. Swoop that towards the back. Use one of your pins, pin it in place. And when you do this, make sure that you cover the hair elastic that you used right here. And so where you swoop will sort of be, the hair elastic that's there will sort of be a guide for where you do the swoop. So tuck the end that's sticking out under into the braid. Use a few more hairpins to keep it in place. You're not totally even, so I'm going to I definitely have swoops on both sides. Let's make that one go down a bit more. Pin this back. Okay. So once you're done and have everything pinned, you want to douse it with hairspray. I like to just spray in place and then out and let it dry. And tuck any wispy pieces back. I just made that worse. Now tuck any wispy pieces back. There we go. And there you go, a mid-19th century hairstyle.